Okay, guys. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm sorry we didn't start on top of the hour. Grace is having a little bit of trouble with her camera. Right now, she's like black and white. So I am going to give her a minute, see if she can figure it out. If not, we can hear her okay, and she's just black and white. So you know what? It is what it is. Maybe it's some frequency awesomeness, but it's fun. Done several things together. We've even run a course together. And usually with her courses, there will be a lot of transformation. There's also possibly a lot of yawning that goes on. It just, as you release this energy for whatever reason during these things, we yawn. So I hope you get ready for a ride. You get ready to embody your genius. And once the frequency starts going, I think you're really going to love this. As you come on, once again, please remember to say hello. I would love to see you. If you have something that you want to change, this in your body, in your life, what have you, she's really the gal that can support you and help you with this. So she's got this weird, wild, and wacky gift, and it changes things, and it changes it really fast. So as we talk into embodying your genius zone, we're going to do some really cool stuff. I also want to remind you of a couple things. First thing is we have a VIP pass that you can get all of these interviews, and there's going to be even more next week. So as you, if you think that you want to watch something else or something more, I've kind of left a lot up on Facebook, and you can still watch it there if you sneak it in. We've taken it down off the replay, but I would like to kind of give you, a whole new reality. So it looks like Grace fixed her camera. So I'm going to unmute her and bring her on. If you have any questions about any of the offers or how to get the box or anything, you can always reply to my email. I want you guys to know that. The box is incredible, and it's just getting bigger. The more I talk with people, they're like, oh, I'll also send you this. And so we've been sticking that in the box. So the box is probably going to keep growing for another week now, I think. I'm doing this program with this woman named Marisa next week that helps me with my marketing. I've also done several interviews with her, and she's really authentic and really real, and she's helped me help people experience products. So, it's sometimes difficult when we just dump things to you. So I think I'm going to put in that package some support and help and encouragement, with me around it. I know that it's getting awful big, but if it would just be kind of fun to play with me more, and you want to come to Biology, or you just want to play online with me, it looks like the energy is reading that I'm going to put in a couple things just for you guys to have check marks, and I want to do the box too. So I'm going to do some of the boxes, and I'm going to ask you some questions and hold you a little accountable to experience it even deeper. So with that being said, let's bring Grace on. Here she is. Let me bring you on. Just a second.
Okay. Oh, now I'm on. Oh my gosh. Hi. Hi, everybody. Oh my God. Thank you so much for inviting me on your show. I'm so excited because ever since you mentioned this, I've been kind of receiving the downloads that I'm tuning into everybody and what they've been asking for. And so the whole thing with this thing, and we talked about it, about embodying our zone of genius, is that's naturally who we are, isn't it? It's the part of us that's so connected to our spirit. And I know that many people have asked me, that I'm sure your listeners have asked you, like, how do they access their own special, unique healing abilities and all that. And I find that for the past 10, 12 years or so, it's all about letting go of all the BS I learned in this reality.
Yeah. So you were a nurse. You were a nurse, right? Like that's where this started.
Yeah, I work in healthcare, doing administrative work, so paperwork. I was told that I shouldn't be a nurse because I'm so sensitive, because I cry. So yeah, someone actually said, honey, bedside things are not for you. You just stay at the desk. I'm like, what? Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like you're not.
And that's the thing. That's
emotional.
We press ourselves, right?
Right. Ooh, all right. Because I think every time I move, it becomes like quite this little screen thing with me.
Okay.
Hey, Colette, hi, Sally. Who else is here? Come on. I would love for you guys to come on and say hello and just play with us today. Grace actually does a lot of Facebook Lives. I've seen you do some, just on your own through Facebook. So I was kind of surprised. He has trouble with this platform.
Hello from Trinidad. Wow. Hi.
Yeah. I love when you guys share where you're from. Except one time I said, where are you from? And she's like, I'm from the galaxy of Atlantis. I was like, me too. And many others. Okay. Sorry, we'll calm down in just a minute, you guys. Hey, Dawn, welcome.
That is too funny.
Yeah, no, it's weird because, there's a big difference between being like all of you and the authentic you. And then this is kind of the next piece, like embodying your zone of genius. This is really where you're like, it's easy to be authentic, well, for some people, like after you've done a lot of work, after you've figured out who you are in this world and you can acknowledge your crap, you can acknowledge your crap. Yep. And I'm going to let go of that. Maybe not today, but someday I'm going to let go of that crap. And you're not trying to hide it, and you're also not trying to hide it from you, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that's really where you start. Like, get real with your shit. Get real with your greatness, right? Start seeing your strength. Start seeing where you're like, wow, I really stood up. Start to acknowledge all of that. And then there's what you're talking about today, which
is your own level of a whole new level of weirdness you have to allow yourself to have and be.
Yeah, it's the surrender of the total weirdos.
Yeah, right. It's like allow yourself to be who you truly are. It means like all the things I try to hide because I need to look professional, like who doesn't, right? I know that all of you can relate because you had a
really professional today.
You have to be
girls out.
And for the longest time, I couldn't, like what you just said, I couldn't wear short sleeves or anything like that because I am both around a very spiritual community. Like I lived in Seattle for 18 years, really close to this Tibetan monastery. And the one time that I wear a sleeveless top, I was taken aside. Somebody said, you shouldn't be doing that around monks. I was like, no, I'm not flirting with monks. It's fucking hot. It's 80 degrees. Well, in Seattle, 80 degrees is hot.
Well, and you guys, I'm not trying to flirt with you. It's just really hot. It gets warm here in Texas. And I tried to leave the air conditioner off because it is, and I'm in an air-conditioned room. So that is why I'm wearing like half naked clothing this week, by the way.
Well, Denver's cold this week. I'm in Denver now. But hello, Toronto. I will be in Toronto tomorrow. So, hey.
Hey, Toronto. That's a beautiful place. Okay, you guys. Well, I'm going to stop laughing and calm down a little here and be professional. No, just kidding. But Jake, like,
I'm sorry. Like I
wanted to frame it a little bit for them because, embodying your genius, we talk about greatness all the time, right? And this is really, when I talked with you on the phone and really got the energy of where you're going with this, I realized, okay, I can use this. This is really more, us advanced light workers. This is really some advanced training. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of let you start the conversation, and then I'll just chime in as need be.
Yeah, and I think all of you may have a different definition of this, but you all notice it's like the superhero powers you always knew you have, that you could be, and that really is your genius. And I love how superheroes are always shown in their underwear. Have you noticed?
Right?
I don't know. I didn't bring this up. Clark Kent, Superman is a little different than Clark Kent.
I never quite thought of that. Even the Flash, he wears like
underwear. Right, because they're dealt with all this shame. They're not being held down by shame. So let's start there, so where you can feel comfortable in your underwear. Don't worry, I won't do anything obscene on your show.
Okay.
Yeah. Everywhere we have been shamed. So I'm just tuning into the parts of your bodies where you're holding that shaming for being who you are. And some of you like really burden yourself or keeping yourself down. So even though we say shame is usually in the first chakras, I feel a lot of you have pain in your neck and back because it's like you have to twist your own neck or something to fit in sometimes, right? You have to hold yourself back. You have to hold your tongue and hold your this, hold that. Okay. So I'm just tuning into all of you to see all the traumas you have around shaming for who you are, for the gift that you are. And I never forget this one time where I worked on someone for less than 4 minutes, and her the allergies that she had for 40 years was gone, like gone forever, because she gave me the testimonial 3 months later, just to be sure that she really was allergy free for the whole season. And it was simply this: letting go of all the ways you mask your genius, your magnificence, your beauty, your brilliance. So let all those masks come out now. And backing out on things that you actually want to express. And it's usually your own unique brand of genius. So here you go. So it's like your magnificence, your brilliance, everything that brings you joy, that's allowing you to be embodying your zone of genius. And I'm sensing this, that I need to clean this lineage thing for many people. And I'm sensing what's going on here is that we embody the repressed, unexpressed, unfulfilled potential of our parents. Because we always, as kids, we want to heal them. We want to see them do better. All their disappointments, even though they never communicated. So it's all their subconscious unresolved issues that we entrain to without knowing. And sometimes we say, you get this and this because it's in your DNA. No, because we're subconsciously entrained to their behavior, to the way they breathe, to the way they be in the world. So, yeah, I'm really feeling this. Okay. Father, mother, let me do one side at a time. So, father, all the ways you try to resolve all the unexpressed, repressed, hidden potential, unfulfilled dreams, unfulfilled potential. Father side of the family, going back. And then mother side of the family. Oh, mother side of the family. All their unfulfilled, unexpressed, repressed dreams, unfulfilled potential, and disappointment. And so we have these hidden loyalties to old parents and grandparents to not be greater than them because how could you, right? Because to some people, it feels like, how could you? How dare you? So all that energy, wherever that's being held in your bodies, let's let all that go. And I just feel this, like especially in the lower lobes of your lungs. Some of you who are on the call who are tuning in, that's why I'm removing. And then your diaphragms, and because your diaphragm remembers every breath you take, right? And with that, because a part of the diaphragm touches your psoas muscles, so everything, every weight you've been holding back that hits the very core of you, that's in your psoas muscles, I'm going to tune into that and start releasing whatever it's holding on to. And I don't know why the deepest muscles in your body is let go when like no one's near you to touch it, but it always works, and I have no idea why. So diaphragm, psoas muscles, all the times when you feel like you need to hold your breath, right? And then that affects your shoulder blades. So all the muscle memories in your shoulder blades. Oh yeah, and then the muscle memories in the pelvis and pelvic area, because yeah, when we're not allowed to fully embody our being and our sexuality, the pelvic area gets all locked up, the pelvis. So here we go. Unlocking that place of space. Oh, yeah. Let's see. So a couple, no, more than a couple of you on your right hips, it just feels like your right hips are a little prone to being in pain because there's someone in your life who's really manipulating you. So the couple of you ladies have that. So let me just release that for you on a call. Yeah. So it's like whomever has your puppet strings and literally throw your own energy out of balance because you have to please them. So your right hips. And then now come back to the pelvis and pelvic area again. Oh, yeah. So everything your superhero underwear should cover, that's what I'm covering right now. All the places and spaces so you can be proud about wearing your superhero underwears. And then the very center of us, for whatever reason, underneath our breastbones, all the places where we hold breath back and everything. And that's like different traumas that are held back there. Let's release all that so that you can take a deeper breath and allowing yourself to truly be inspired, right? Breathing in, inspired. So whatever you're inspired by, instead of repressing it, we're going to release all the places of tightness that keeps you from taking action steps to allow what inspires you. Oh, yeah. And some of you have toothache around that place too. So if you have toothache around your molars, that's related to the lung meridians in Chinese medicine. That's also about being able to allow yourself the space to express your self-expression, what inspires you, and allowing more of what inspires you to be a part of your life. So like a couple of you, I just sense that once you get married, you kind of let go of who you are, what really inspires you in order to hold on to a relationship. So that is why you may have that la, 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 root canal on that teeth. So I'm clearing that out for you, whoever that is that have the root canal on your molar. So that's tooth number 31, 29. And someone else has tooth number 14. That's kind of related to this. So I'm clearing that for you. And 17 and 19. Oh, whoever you are on the call, you're really feeling this. I know. Because I am. Oh, right. So your teeth are about trusting the choices you make and are also allowing yourself the space to have those choices. And when you're not allowing that, it kind of just shows. So I'm going to release all the places where you're holding back who you are, following your bliss, following your inspiration. And breath has so much to do with that. So that's why you may be feeling this in your lungs, diaphragm, and below that, underneath all that is the vagus nerve. So the vagus nerve really affects all your functions. And if it's repressed for a long time, it creates problems with blood pressure, pulse rate, and so many vital bodily functions. So for a few of you who need this, let me just work on the vagus nerve for you. Yeah, wow. And those of you who have sleep problems and blood pressure problems, this one is really for you. And let's go back to the first time in all lifetimes where you make the choice to put someone else before you. Like, who didn't do that, right? But it's about doing that over time and keep on doing it. That creates the congestion in you. Compromises in relationships. Oh my God, talk about problem people. And I'm just kidding. And I know this really works well too for those of you who were in some of my calls around working with the Bagua. The Bagua is an energetic energetic and spatial representation of all the different areas of your life. It's very much like the 12 sectors of your astrology chart, except it's more practical, and it really is helpful to change energetically the Bhagwan within you, because when that changes, then your surroundings change also. So I'm going to tap into the parts of the Bhagwan that pertain to supporting you to fully express who you are. So let's clear the first sector, which has to do with your life mission and career and all that. Yeah, let's clear that part. I'm going to go to the second sector, which is relationships and intimate relationships. Anything in those areas that hold you back, I'm going to clear that now. And then the third sector is family and community, whatever you consider your family, because everybody has a different definition of family, and it doesn't have to be biological. So I know that a lot of you may be with families that are different than your biological. So let me clear that. Yeah, you study feng shui, you know. Yeah, let's clear that sector. Excuse me. Now I'm going to clear the fourth sector, and I think whatever that may pertain to. So the fourth sector, let's clear that of anything that keeps you from being you. And then the fifth is the center. That's who you are. So let's clear that. Let's see the sixth. Seventh. The eighth. The ninth. Okay, there you go. And that allows you to have greater support from the world around you, because when the environment around you reflects back to you a sense of safety and being who you are, which is what everybody's looking for, just feeling safe being who you are and being surrounded by people who really support who you are, that allows you to just relax into your being. And in that space, you can access your higher mind so much easier. It's so much easier to allow creative energy to flow when you have nothing that you need to defend yourself against or fight against or hide from. Because, you know, it's one thing to say, don't worry about other people's judgments, but it's another to feel unsafe, totally unsafe being who you are, right? So let's clear that. Let's see, what other things in this whole Bhagwan view needs to clear, like all the hidden and unknown stuff we don't even know, regardless of which sector, because it's all a part of the universe of you. So let's really collapse all that. everything that is holding you back from truly allowing you to be the true expression of your brilliance, right? Your true brilliance. And oh yeah. So it's like you get to really wear your superhero uniform all day and just be that, just embody it, just be in that space all the time. Then you are a greater contribution to the world than if you were hiding. Even though you'll be weird and more people will think you really kind of gone off something. Mm. Yeah, so I'm glad you can all feel this. Good. Yeah, you're feeling a lot of pressure. It's a lot of things changing. So some of you may actually feel like pressure inside your ears as things shift, as the vortex of energy that's clearing things in your life is clearing it within you and outside of you. That's the nice thing about working on the energetic bagua, because it's not just about your surroundings, but it's also about the energy within you that changes the surroundings outside of you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, buzzing in your body, all that is good. And speaking of buzzing in your bodies, so it's always helpful to have the right kinds of bacteria that support you so that you can totally express who you are, because bacteria, gut bacteria, just supports your well-being in so many levels. And so let's tune into allowing your guts to have the bacteria that supports you to have real focus and concentration, and also to have the right balance of hormones for your body at whatever stage of life you're in. So here we go. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, right. Because being in your zone of genius is a whole body thing, whole body, whole ecosystem of you. So the ecosystem of you and your world can be explained, can be represented by the Bagua and whatever else you like too. Because I like also working with, the different 12 sectors of your astrology chart. It's more or less kind of like that too. Except I don't want to be saying, let me align all the planets for you. Like, what the hell? That's not going to happen. I'm not that advanced yet. But the energy of you, we can work on. Aligning the planets, no, I'm sorry. Not yet. Okay, so let's see. Stomach, yeah. And then energetically, you want to be able to have the energy to support you, to be you, but don't blame yourself for being depressed or lazy, because I think a lot of times people turn down the energy because you're forced to do so much that you don't want to do. And so then your body no longer supports you because it's only reflecting back to you how, you're tired of everything. Yeah. And so, okay. So I'm sensing for some of you, I need to work on your bone marrow, because you know how in everyday life we say, oh gosh, I'm so bone tired. I'm tired down to my bones. Yeah, because your bones is a tissue And it's really affected by the fight or flight response. So because it's so affected by the fight or flight response, just want to take a moment for some of you who may have had traumas to your skull, your back. Let me just clear that from your whole skeletal system. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Clear this from your entire skeletal system. Oh. The knees, the joints. Whew. Yeah, so I'm feeling that for some of you, your knees, your joints, hips, shoulder blade, everything. So clearing this from your skeletal system. Yeah, good. Yeah, good. It's removing a lot from the skeletal system. Then for those of you who are bone tired, we can work on the different kinds of bone marrow. So let's see. The flat bones. Let me work on the flat bones first. Oh, flat bones. The long bones of the body. Oh. And then the bones in your limbs, your hands and feet. Oh. So I'm going to turn into the kidneys to see, so they can start creating, for some of you, just a couple of you need like a little bit more red blood cells. Oh. Yeah, there you go. Oh. And then I'm hearing someone say, let's clear some cellular waste. That sounds good. I don't know who said that, but I'm hearing you. So let's clean up cellular waste. So I'm just going to increase the rate of apoptosis and autophagy to clear cellular waste. Oh yeah, Pam wants, okay, bone density. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Oh. Okay, so then we could just ask the universe for the energetic configuration of all the different minerals your body needs for strong bones. Increase bone density in your bones and also your teeth. Oh. Oh. So I heard from a dentist that if you have receding gum line, it's not about the gums, it's the teeth losing bones. So then the tissue has nothing to, the gums have nothing to attach themselves to, and that's why you would have receding gums. So if you have a little bit of bone loss, you can probably tell by your receding gum line. So let's actually the healing frequencies for bone. Oh. and increasing bone density. So what would it take for your bones to rebuild bone matrix with total ease now? Oh, oh, oh. Excuse me. So I wonder if for some of you who need this, I wonder if that just heats your body up or starts getting cold. And there's no right or wrong by getting warmer or getting colder because it's the body responding in a way that fits your bodies. Okay. Okay, Pam. So let us know in the comment section how that felt for you. And I'm just getting, for some of you, what really stops you from embodying your zone of genius was discounting yourself, discounting your gifts. This feels big. So let's see where you started discounting yourself and devaluing yourself. And for some of us, especially women, right, this is kind of like an intergenerational pattern where we start discounting our gifts and hiding who we are. So let's go back as many lifetimes where we start discounting our gifts. Oh, oh. Yes. Oh, yeah. I used to do that all the time. And I even tell people, yeah, I don't know. All I do is make people yawn and I get paid. Like, what the hell? Oh.
I want to leave a little bit of time so we can actually talk about some of what we've done and the results that we've had too.
Oh, okay. I'm starting to wake up now. I'm just kidding.
I will let you finish though, because
Yeah.
this is awesome. I'm kind of lushing in it.
Oh, just counting ourselves, all lifetimes of that. And then anywhere where this energy is still floating in any future timeline, we're going to clear that from all future timelines so that it won't come back again. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, and I think this is a question I learned from Access. It's like, who are you not allowed to be more successful than? Right? We discount ourselves because we're not allowed to be more successful than somebody else. We're not allowed to be more brilliant. We're not allowed. It's all this non-allowing that keeps us from realizing that only so many people in any given culture are allowed to perform at a certain level. And isn't it funny that there's a study that says some of the most successful CEOs also tend to have narcissistic traits?
Yeah, no
They
kidding.
don't care. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just, yeah. I don't know if I can talk right now. Let me bring myself back up and we can. For those of you guys that don't know, is it okay to,
Yeah.
I feel like there might be something that if we've got time to just wrap up as far as genius, but I want you guys who have never been on a call with Grace or never, met her before. We've done 3 courses together, and I have gotten testimonial about a certain eye process that she does. And, where people are like, I, wasn't able to see at night and now I can see. And me, I mean, I used to not be able to read the screen. And I've been reading all your comments without glasses all week with no trouble at all. I mean, and I still run these, the energy for her eye process. And if you guys want the link for that actual package, I'll also give that to you. It's not in the box, but it's pretty cool. We did a magical unicorn program together, and I mean, it was just wild. I mean, this is, if you're looking for an energy healer where you don't even have to be oftentimes people will come and do these visualizations with you, right? And you have to go, okay, well, let me just visualize the God energy, the light, the love coming in, right? Well, with her, you don't even have to be cognitively even listening. She just kind of changes the field.
Hey, now let people listen. I'm just kidding.
But it also helps if you listen. And it's funny, Grace, because I don't know that you were on my call when I was talking about healing my psoas hip flexor and going to a PT. And I was thinking after this call, I was like, well, heck, I might not even have to go to a PT. But that actually was my thing, right? And I was like, this is one of the essential things that I've been letting go and not focusing on. I'm going to start focusing on it. I'm not obvious. And I am just, every time I'm on a call with you, there's a lot of finger wiggling and a lot of yawning and a lot of awesomeness coming out of your mouth. But every single time I leave this going, holy crap, what just changed? And then again, I'm like, well, you don't need to know, you control freak. Just let it change, because it always does. And and I think, it's kind of neat to hear what other people are, their results. Yes, as you can see from the feed, yes, a lot of you are feeling these waves of energy go through your body. You're getting hot, you're getting cold, you're getting pressure, you're getting tightness. You have these sensitive awarenesses, right? But I also want you to know, not only are you just feeling better in this moment, something happened in the 5th dimensional field, and now something will show up different. And I just want to acknowledge that, because you don't. You do. We just hadn't talked about it. And I wanted to make sure that I was in this call. This is real. She's the real deal, you guys. You're looking for a magic wand, you might have just found it. So the diamond, she's really a diamond. So I just wanted to say it and acknowledge you before, we only have an hour here today. But she's the real deal, and I really adore her. So, and we didn't really get into that at the beginning, because I was just like, just do you.
Yeah. Well, see, yeah, that's the thing. I used to be such a control person too, and I need to figure things out. And because I used to work in healthcare where I really have to make sure that the numbers I'm looking at are the right numbers because it's somebody's platelet count. And if I don't put in the right thing, they may need a transfusion or not, things like that. And the amount of chemo, like what amount, like a little bit off, they're dead. So, and I used to have to look at all those numbers for different things all the time. And I feel like I have to be accountable for everything I do. And it took a long time for me to let go. And then I just start feeling like my hands get hot and I feel like this is what I'm guided to do and say, this is what I'm feeling in your body. And if I don't do that, then I just set in place and then I just get depressed and I like because all the energy that I have becomes stagnant when I don't give it expression.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. So if you guys are dealing with tiredness, fatigue, depression, ask yourself, if you really allow yourself to fully be you, what would that transform for you that's beyond what you can imagine right now? And what medication can you be for yourself that no one else can be for you?
Right. Yeah. So you guys, I found one of the audios that Grace and I did together on being ageless. So I'm going
to Holy and Body
program on age, and we did a program. I think I said, Grace, I'm feeling a little old lately, and you were like, let me do a few things. And if you guys have been in my world, I feel like I'm showing up younger and younger.
I know. I'm talking to a teenager. What the heck?
Yeah, I let my hair grow. No, just kidding. But I mean, gosh, I've been lucky to have some really great healers, and you're definitely one of them in my life. So,
thank you.
And you guys, I'll look for the I process and share it with you. I guess is your name like Sitara, maybe Sitara. I'll look for the what is the see, my brain just went away. The I process program too. So you guys.
Yeah, that was
yeah. We've gotten, I mean, of you and Kenji and the girl that on Monday, Ambajam, you three were heroes in this work, and I adore you.
Oh,
so we've got 4 minutes left. Can you tell me what you put in the box?
Yes,
guys, in this group, we've put together a collective box, and Grace has one in here.
I think it was a 20-minute or so MP3 on really clearing all the stuff that keeps you from embodying your genius, from being and allowing yourself to receive your own unique brilliance and whatever makes you magnificent and feel blissful. And so I also guide you to just say certain beliefs so that as you say them out loud, I'm able to tune into where you're stuck. And so there's a little bit of interactiveness in that I ask you to say things out loud because I can hear from a person's voice where things are not solidly in alignment with them. So like when somebody is telling you something that isn't true, it's like a part of me just feels like, huh? And like my attention is gone because I guess I don't want to be tuning into someone who's going to manipulate me or something. Then I'm all gone. And I know that that's not a good thing to do when you're a kid in a classroom, but but in everyday life, we need to have that back. that way of just knowing what you are in alignment with and what you're not, and to switch on the programs that are truly life enhancing and supportive of you to express your potential, and to turn off all the wrong ones that literally twist your energy around, or the perceptual distortions that actually create lots of energetic distortions in your whole body. So if you've been feeling a lot of movement, especially like in the inside, where you're literally feeling like your ears are about to pop, like you're in an airplane, if you are in that mode, just know that that's normal and that's okay. I don't know why I give people that kind of experience, but it's a lot of energetic engagement that's clearing things up on a deep, deep, deep level. I mean, you can feel the buzzing in your ears. Like many people feel that the first few times they work with me, because I guess it's like their body, or they just need to know that something is happening. It's like, are you hearing it? It's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
But I think I'm gonna add another one, because now that I went
We have
over.
1 minute, and Jennifer's probably going to come on, by the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you keep going until Jennifer pops on, and then we'll just switch you guys. So I do have to shut down the feed and restart it again, but it'll be like 1 minute in between. And
Okay.
Go ahead.
What I'm gonna say is I'm gonna add, and I just realized I want to add another thing to the bliss box, because I did the whole Bagua thing so quickly. I didn't have time to explain it because I just want to do it. So I'll just do another one where I explain what each means, so that you can do it along with me. So I'll have that in today. I know it's the last day, so I'll do that. Okay.
So actually, we are going to have encores happening for the next 2 weeks. So if you want to come back and do more, I'm sure the audience would love that.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
So
okay.
you guys, if you aren't on the list, I'd love if you were on the list. You don't have to be, but I am going to ask for who you want for an encore. And, whoever we get a good percentage on, then we are going to have back if they agree. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with those.
Yay. Thank you, everybody. Okay.
Well, thank you. My gosh, this has been really great. Hold on, I'm sending a text to Jennifer because she's not showing up on time. But sometimes I don't see them. It's weird. They don't show up in my staging area. Why would you didn't show up in my staging area, and then you were black and white? I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, I was. And it says that the host, something about me being that it's turned off. It's like from the other end, not from my end. So there's something you need to turn on from your end or something. Yeah.
Well, how did it, do you know what you did to get back in?
Yeah, I close all the browsers, and then I click on the link again.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell her that then. You guys will start in a couple minutes. Let me try to see if I can get in touch with her, and if not, I'll still pop on. And thank you, and wrap us up. My gosh, Jade, do you have anything else that you want to say before we close out today?
Oh, live your bliss, everybody, because you guys are amazing. And I know that when you allow yourself to really just be the superhero that you know you can be, I mean, my God, what a gift to the world, right? I mean,
yeah.
So many ways to heal. Like, who knew that I can just like feel some energy around me and play with that, instead of following like all that old paradigm of how things need to be done, blah, blah, blah. It's not brain surgery. But
you're really an allowance of this too. I mean,
Yeah, you have to be in so an allowance of what shows up, how it is. So I have to quiet that mind that says, you can't be going inside somebody's soul ass muscles. She's in Texas or wherever you guys are, and some of you are listening in other places. Like
Right?
they're in another part of the world, nowhere close by. Don't say that or don't do those things. I used to tell myself not to do that, and it's like, don't tell them you're working on their meridians. That's what I am working on. And it's like,
Right?
like
Right.
I have an acupuncture license, stop it, shut up, shut up. It's like, no, whenever I work on a certain meridian, the person feels a different part of them tingle. So I'm like, that's evidence. I'm just not allowed to do those experiments in the lab. Like,
Yeah.
imagine.
You know, if I hadn't have gotten so much positive feedback from the things we do, you know, where people are like, it's 2 weeks later and my eyesight is changed. And that was the same for me too, you know, and there was some that wasn't even related. Like one lady, I think, said, I took the ageless program and now, you know, I had this like frozen shoulder and now my shoulder seems to like, you know, move like a child again. And she said, you know, wasn't expected, but I'm pretty sure that it was from this program that I purchased. So it's like it's happening something fifth dimensionally that's really freaking magical. So just saying.
Oh my God, yeah, how lucky we get to play in this magic.
I
Thank
know.
you so much for creating this. Thank you,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you. And thank you for your comments, everyone. It's been great. All right, Jade, I'm going to let you go, and then I'm going to pop back on and just start. And if Jennifer shows up, then, well, Jennifer shows up. And if not, then we wrap out early because it is Friday afternoon. And Jennifer and I have partnered a lot. So she will also, as I know, you know, want to play again. So we'll have her on in one of the encore calls if we miss her. So thank you guys. Refresh your browser. I'm just going to come right back on after I send her a text and then we'll see what's going on. Mwah.